Tim Bradley had a decent second round. The right hand was effective, but look how close that head was there. Now, was he trying to stick the nut on?
It looked very much deliberate to me. But he's just indicated to his corner, Bradley, he's slipping on the canvas.
Well, that is something that he's going to have to live with. There's the body shot, the right hand from Bradley, getting the acclaim of his corner. The only loss on Junior Witter's career back in 2000 against Zab Judah, a fight he took at 9 days' notice for the IBF title at that point, and that was when Judah was really one of the hot fighters in the world, and Witter unquestionably has developed and matured as a boxer since then.
And how?
Bradley trying to fire off that right hand. Both these guys were to have had fights prior to this one. Witter was supposed to be fighting Demetrius Hopkins, who found his excuses and left, didn't want it. Bradley was supposed to be fighting Jose Luis Castillo, who fought Ricky Hatton, you'll remember, last summer. And Castillo, not for the first time in his career, didn't make the weight. And the fight was never happened, and so as a result of that, both these guys have been in training for something like 4 months. Good uppercut, that one from Witter, really good solid shot. There's the right hand though from Bradley, and this fight is starting to develop and starting to shape up into a really good match of styles, and the head's close again.
Absolutely. I think Witter fancies it. Well, he's always fancied this fight, but he's just got to be patient, because he knows that Bradley's going to be strong in the first quarter, particularly in this fight. He's just got to be patient, keep his chin down, which he's probably never done in the past, but keep it down, because this kid can whack.
Dominic Ingle, Witter's trainer, says that this is a fellow who's really developed in the gym, sparring and working religiously for so long. He's been a professional since 1997, and I know it's a cliche, but he is one of those guys who lives the life. Never out of shape. Oh, good right hand from Bradley. Witter takes it though and tries to go to work to the body. Bradley looks terrifically strong.
He does, he looks physically very strong and growing in confidence by the round. Witter's got to re-establish himself, stamp his authority. Doing the right thing at the minute, trying to back the opponent up, trying to keep Bradley on the back foot.
Left hand from Witter straight low, gets away with it.
Witter looking to bring up the uppercuts.
It's a fascinating fight, Duke, this one. It's got the makings of a bit of a chess match in the early stages, but both of them have knockout power.
You're getting your timing there, your shots are coming together, right?
It is a fascinating contest. We're moving now to the fourth round, a 12-rounder. Junior Witter defending his world light welterweight title here in Nottingham. And not too much between them at this stage. Witter being told between rounds, you've put the work in, you've done the training, just take your time. And Bradley being told by his cornerman, you're doing everything right at this stage. There goes Bradley wading in with the head again, and the referee's having none of it.
Well, he was getting picked off, Bradley, so he decided to rush Witter, try and take him out of his stride, take him out of his game plan. Good jab by Bradley.
And the right hand, good hand speed. 5-1 shots in a 2-horse race? I don't think so.
Absolutely not. He's a mandatory challenger, and he's not number one for nothing.
It's a big step up in class for him, but you only had to watch the recordings of his fights as he made his way up through the rankings to realise that he has a deal of talent, and he's got that amateur pedigree behind him as well. Chopping right hand from Witter, only just off the mark.
Oh, you can expect Witter to start bringing up the uppercuts. Smaller opponent, but Witter won't be rushed. You know, you really can't tell this kid what to do. He has a lot of natural athleticism.
Throws punches from crazy angles. He's one of those rare breed. There's the head again. One of those rare breed of boxers who's got genuine knockout power when he's on the back foot.
Absolutely, just ask Vivian Harris.
There's the right hand again from Bradley, though. And Witter's having a little bit of trouble. Bradley kind of fights small as well, doesn't he? He's 5'6" and only an inch or so shorter than Witter, but he fights with a very wide stance and he's coming from low. Witter seeming to have to punch down.
Yeah, Bradley grinding confidence, Witter just giving him a little bit too much.
Decent body shot from Witter. Speed again there from Witter. And those trademark hooks seemingly off the wrong foot. Bradley trying to land that bingo punch, the right hand. Good jab. Good work from the American, that one. Junior Witter has got plenty on his plate here in Nottingham. It's a close fight, Duke.
It certainly is. There is nothing in it at all.
Into the 5th round. Neither man really has claimed the higher ground so far. But Bradley, he's the man coming forward. He's the aggressor. And sometimes that is what catches the judge's eyes.
Bradley just creeping in behind a jab to the body, jab to the head.
Prime example as he tried to jab the body, about what I was saying about him fighting small then. He seems seemingly not much above the waistline of Junior Witter as he came in.
Absolutely.
Witter, who claims that he's been avoided by Ricky Hatton from way back in 2000 when he was promised supposedly a British title fight on the back of Hatton's victory over John Thaxton. You only have to talk to the lad for, I don't know, 30 seconds or a minute about boxing and the H word comes up.
Well, it's a fight we'd all obviously like to see. First of all, though, Witter's got to win tonight and win convincingly.
And Ricky Hatton's got to get past Juan Lazcano. There's that right hand once more from Bradley. Witter was being told by his corner between rounds that every time he switches, Bradley is struggling. Not too sure whether you'd agree with that, would you, Duke?
I don't think so. But what I would like to see Witter do is really stamp his authority on this round. Start taking over.
That's a good left hand from Bradley.
And not leave his chin out to dry.
This is no stroll in the park, I promise you. You only had to look at the chiselled torso of Bradley to realise that he's in phenomenal shape. Before the fight, talking to Barry McGuigan, he was saying it might have just come a little bit too soon for him, maybe not quite got the maturity. He's giving a good account of himself so far, though. There's a decent left hand from Witter. He's not been able to mesmerise Bradley in the manner that he has done some opponents in the past. Turned a decent right hand down into his head in that occasion, as I was saying that. But Bradley has not allowed himself to get hypnotised, as some opponents have done, almost like a prey as the snake waits to strike.
And again, Bradley growing in even more confidence now, starting to back Witter up.
Bradley neat, has a good game plan, and so far is executing it pretty well.
Pinch him off, and he comes on here and hit him where he's bumping.
Well, Ricky Hatton will be watching this